Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Brian McKnight.
He's with us, baby, tonight. Brian McKnight, welcome to Kissing After Dark, my brother. Welcome back.
It's good to be back.
Good to see you. Welcome home.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people don't know that this is really home for you.
It definitely is home, and it's good to be back. Good to be back with my good friend, too.
Yeah, man, good to see you, man. Brian and I, we worked together for a good solid year in radio. Radio served him very well. I think you loved radio.
I learned a lot from the master. Yeah.
Well, prior to you and I working together, Brian was working with another New York wonderful radio voice by the name of Pat Prescott, and you were doing your thing for a nice minute with her.
Yeah, but 3 years in LA on the morning show at the Wave there, and another year, a year with you here at Kiss, and all over the country, really. And it was, we did some wonderful things, man. I think some things that were ahead of their time, and we had some great conversations. I think we brought some people together, too.
I think we did.
Which was a good thing.
And you know what? Your music helps out in a great way. I mean, you don't need me to tell you this or to even pat you on your back, but your music obviously is the soundtrack to many people's lives. And I think that that's that special quality that you write from. And I want to know, creatively, where do you find that special moment, or what inspires you to come up with the music that you come up with? And I know a lot of things are spoken about on your brand new CD, which is out officially today. But share with everyone real quick, you know, where's that special place that you find these most wonderful songs that women love?
Well, you know, you just live life. As you live your life, at least for me, I find myself in situations that you file away. Good ones, bad ones, and maybe sometimes there's an event that happened maybe a while ago that you've sort of suppressed. I can't go and talk to a psychologist about my problems. I write songs about it, and then I go have a concert and have a group therapy session with a couple thousand people.
You know, you're like the second songwriter to say that.
Yeah, you know, that's where it comes from, and then that's the only way you can get past certain things. And as long as you keep living your life, you'll always, at least me, because I haven't figured out this love thing yet, you will put yourself in a position to always have the fuel to write new music.
We wanted to do something a little different tonight. I like to always do different things, so I extended an invitation to 3 random ladies, and they're joining us tonight. So if you're looking at us online,
I wonder how they feel about being called random.
I'll tell you. 3 beautiful ladies who we randomly picked. 3 beautiful ladies. Let me rephrase it. 3 beautiful ladies who we randomly picked to be a part of this wonderful setting tonight. So we have dinner. Courtesy of our good friends at Lowly's Catering out in Hempstead, Long Island. So I want to thank Janelle, Gwynnie, and Natalia for joining us in this wonderful setting with you tonight.
I'm sure all the fellas would like to thank you for having them too.
Thank you, Lenny.
That's what I do. You know, I just try to provide opportunities for everyone. Let's get into this brand new CD. The first single off the CD is called Fallen. Tell me about this song, because is it true about your son, you and your son, kind of, where he wrote it and produced
it? Well, it's called Fall 5.0, and the entire studio section of the double CD was produced by BJ, Nico, and myself.
That's hot.
And in the house now we have our studio. It's upstairs. It's the last room at the end of the hall upstairs. And the way it works, you know, they have the studio all night. From probably 4 in the afternoon till 4 in the morning.
So you can't get in?
So I can't get in, but when I do work, I play golf in the morning, and I got the studio till 4. And I go in and I work on, and what I wanted to do was, you know, I don't really have the time to listen to the music the way I would want to, of today. My boys do it all, they don't even watch television anymore. They're doing music 24 hours a day. So I said to them, you know what we're gonna do is I'm gonna put it up on the hard drive and I'm done with it, and you guys just take it.
Wow.
Just take it and run with it. And you know, this song particularly, Fall 5.0, it was 5 versions before we got it right. That's where the 5.0 comes from.
Indeed.
And the one that we settled on is this one, and I love it.
New York, he's here tonight. 1-800-288-5477. Give him a call. Brian McKnight. Fall 5.0 inside of Kissing After Dark. Kissing After Dark with Brian McKnight and a beautiful lady by the name of Vanessa Williams.
Yes. I owe a lot to her, man.
And why is that? Please share that.
You know, when I first started, and this is actually the second duet we had done. I produced a bit of her Comfort Zone CD, and we did a duet on there that I wrote. And then we did this song together, which was my first #1. And it paved the way for One Last Cry. And I spent some time playing in her band and just being around her and seeing what it's like to be a professional. And I don't know if it was the Miss America training or whether she was that way. I mean, I met her family, I know her brother, just genuine people. filled with talent. I mean, a beautiful, beautiful lady, and has continued. There's no accident that she is still as successful as she is.
This is true.
From records to television to movies to Desperate Housewives and everything, she always manages to reinvent herself. And I think that she should be a glowing example to all of our young ladies of what you can do when you put your mind to it, and even through adversity.
This is very true, because she had definitely a lot of adversity.
Yeah.
Brian McKnight is his name. The brand new CD is in stores today. Today. I want to thank everybody for looking at us and hitting us up online. You can do so as well. 987kissfm.com/KAD. A young man by the name of The Real Michael G is online and asked, do you still get excited or nervous upon releasing a brand new album after all these years?
No, I don't really get nervous. You gotta believe that you've done the best that you can at that time. Otherwise, I wouldn't put out the CD. This one, different than all the rest of them, I have all the hit songs to back this one up. So even if you don't like any of the 10 new songs, I got 30 of the other ones on there that I know you like.
Yep.
So I padded the deal a little bit, but no, I think if you are true to yourself and you believe in yourself, and you know I do not lack confidence.
No,
which is a good thing and a bad thing.
No,
sometimes.
he doesn't lack confidence, that's for sure.
Hey man, you don't have to put a lot on it.
Oh, just
you can agree.
What you say.
You can agree and leave it there.
No, I want to take it to the line.
Yeah, of course.
Hold on. Let's talk about the brand new CD and the song Temptation. I only can imagine how you came up with this one, but
you know what? I didn't come up with it.
Who came up with it?
This was BJ's track from the beginning, and he had been telling me for a few days, man, I did this new joint, you got to hear it, I need you to finish it, I need you to finish it.
Wow.
I was like, okay, and finally I listened to it. I was actually on the road, he emailed it to me, and I was like, oh, I got to get on this joint. And what it turned into was, how there were these cats that paved the way for us when it came to relationships and things. I'm giving him that first-hand knowledge of what he probably shouldn't do. And hopefully he listens.
Let's take a listen to it. This is brand new from Brian McKnight's new CD. It's Kissing After Dark, baby. Vibe with this. We're Kissing After Dark tonight. Brian McKnight, every time you go away. But he's back now with a brand new CD, a double CD at that, ladies. And it's in stores today. So hit me up right now, 1-800-288-5477. I'll give away a CD to my 30th caller and to my 98th caller, all right? You have been accomplishing a lot of things. Put your cell phone down. Is there anything left on your bucket list, man, that you still would like to do in life, musically or personally? Aside from get married.
Yeah, I didn't. Anyway, to play on someone's professional golf tour at some point.
Are you that good?
I'm getting there.
I mean, you haven't played.
I'm getting there. You know what it is now? I'm a tweaker. So whenever
You're what?
A tweaker, and I'll tell you what that means. It's not some old crazy thing like them websites you be visiting. What it is
I'm gonna choke him on camera, y'all. I'm gonna choke this dude.
When I get my game at a point where I feel real comfortable with it, I feel like I can be better. So then I go and I tweak it, and I keep tweaking. So I'm in another tweak phase right now. I'm headed to Atlanta this weekend to get back with my instructor again and do some work, and going from having an amateur swing to a pro swing. That's one of those things. I think professionally, from a musical standpoint, it's just to stay around. That's the biggest accomplishment, especially in the barometer of where the music is now, that people still want. And you know what I came to realize the other day? That I would be perfectly happy just singing these same songs for another 20 years because people love them that much.
And you love them.
I do. And I fall in love with them again, really.
And that's so important. We're going to come back with more Brian McKnight. And, Kiss and Tell is coming up at 10 o'clock. You always sing about relationships and love. So why not throw out a question? Why not get your feedback on it tonight? Why not? So
Why not?
We'll do that. We'll pick his brain. And if you'd like to talk with Brian and win that CD, call me up right now, 1-800-288-5477. How many weddings have you attended and heard that song, huh? Brian McKnight, Love of My Life. Inside of Kissing After Dark, I'm Lenny Green, joined by Brother Brian McKnight.
Doesn't that remind you of that scene in Coming to America? She's your queen, she's your queen.
I gotta give you credit on this, and it's hard for me to give you credit. You did a great job.
Thank you.
On that song.
I haven't listened to that in a long time, man.
Really?
I remember the day we recorded it. I wanted to do a song where the orchestra did all the chord changes. And my good friend and the guy who we've been working together for 25 years, Bill Myers, had arranged the strings, and I came to the studio that day, and you get in there and you see 53 people with their string instruments.
Amazing.
And they're all playing to your track, and the vocals are going, man, I cried like a little baby.
Really?
Because the music moved me that much, man, and I think the music, it has to move you that way.
Well,
the hairs have to stand up on the arm. It should be emotional. If it doesn't, then you're probably not going to go by.
Well, I think it's a true testament that your music has continued to move hearts and emotions for men and women. And it's not changing on the brand new CD, and we should mention it's out officially.
Right, out officially today, just me in stores today. And then you say that with the fellas. A guy screamed out the other night during the show, "I love you, Brian."
See what I'm saying?
I told him we should probably see other people. But
you know what?
You know.
That's not the first time men have screamed out that to you, but we'll hold that for another conversation.
Oh man,
I could tell you plenty of stories about that.
Man.
We are joined tonight by three beautiful ladies. So I'd like to welcome Natalia and Winnie and Janelle once again to Kissing After Dark, and they have 3 quick questions they want to ask you. So we'll start with Janelle first.
Hey Brian, I just wanted to know, like, what inspires you? What keeps you going at this point?
Well, to write new music, you just have to live your life. You know, like I said earlier in the show, you know, I haven't figured out this whole relationship thing yet. So you end up getting yourself in positions and situations that will give you fuel for the next songs to continue to work and to go out on the road. You know, people, you know, especially now that I'm on Twitter so actively, you know, you know when you're coming. Last December when I was in Sweden, when I first started tweeting myself, and people were like, "Yeah, we're coming to the show, we'll see you tonight." Then after the show, I was like, "Yeah, I'm behind the DJ booth, we're partying." And they're like, "Yeah, we'll be there in a minute." I was like, "Wow, this is awesome." But people still want to come out and see me, and you don't need more motivation than that.
Nice.
Winnie.
What was the most exciting experience you had in the music industry?
I don't know if it was the most exciting, but the other night in New Zealand, one of the bodyguards caught on fire at the after party. It was pretty exciting. And when I say he was on fire, it wasn't just a couple of puffs of smoke.
Oh,
he was,
man. You know
and
what?
it was funny because let me tell you what happened. We're doing it, and it's all great. We're having shots and doing our thing. And I looked down, and his whole scarf was on fire, like a ball of fire.
That was funny. That was funny.
Well, I said to him, "Hey, man, you're on fire." He was like, "We took the shot." And he was
Natalia, please. Natalia.
Mr. McKnight.
Yes.
What was one of the most humbling tribulations you went through that, like, some artists could have weakened you, but instead motivated you to make it more than ever?
Right after my first album, the first album sold 2 million, and I thought that, you know, life was just going to be on autopilot. I wrote the second record thinking that I'd just do a bunch of songs on that album that were like the ones that were hits from the first one. And it wasn't as well received. The critics didn't love it. I realized that, you know, people are going to have their opinions, whether they're good or bad, but they really haven't created anything most of the time. And you really have to believe that what you've done is good enough. And I think that kind of criticism and that kind of, you know, people not necessarily going out in droves to buy the next one didn't deter me, because the next one sold twice as many as the first one, and then the fourth one sold 5 times as many as the first one. So, you know, success always makes you feel better.
Ladies, thank you so much for your questions. And dinner will be served thanks to our good friends over at Lowly's Catering in Long Island. Brian obviously is on a diet, so you have plenty of
I gotta be on a diet.
because I know you are.
I'm hungry.
This is WRKS FM New York. Here's the title track to Brian McKnight's brand new CD, which is in stores as of today. And we're going to come back and just wrap things up with Brian in just a moment. But take a listen, enjoy. I know you'll love this record. It's called Just Me, Kissing After Dark with you.